Well, hey there, YouTube. Welcome to my home. This is Mark in Northeast Indiana in the shop. And I got a unplanned project to show you today. Many of you remember back in the winter, we had a pretty hefty storm that took out my flagpole, broke it off right at the ground. And it's a steel flagpole that I got free. It happened to someone else exactly like that. I think it started off as a 22-foot flagpole. When I got it, after I cut off the end that was bad and broken, I had about 17 feet, I think, and cleaned it up, painted it, put a cap on it. You'll see all that in the video as far as me talking about it. And put it out in my front yard, and I had a 17, well, above ground it was 15 feet in the air, and a free flagpole. I mean, I don't know if you've ever priced flagpoles. They're expensive, especially like aluminum ones and tall ones. And so I had that up for 2 years, I think, or a year and a half roughly, and this last winter it got taken out. So today it's super nice in northern Indiana, about 80 degrees, I think. Not a whole lot of wind, but sunny, beautiful day to be outdoors. And so I put that flagpole back in the ground, and now I went from 15 feet above the ground to 12 feet, which doesn't really seem like a lot, but it's up there a little bit. And this is that project. I just wrapped up trying to rehydrate. I'm gonna sit down and edit this video while you guys are watching it. I don't know how that works. Does the edit come before the video, or chicken before the edit? I don't know. Well, it's a beautiful day. Well, I got a mess. This is where my flagpole broke right at ground level. That steel just rotted off. So I am going to try to get that out and get my flagpole back up today. I'm too old for this. So you can see, I just used sackcrete, dug a post hole, put sackcrete in it, stuck the pole in it. It did its job. It's just rotted off. Steel poles. So now I gotta refill the hole and do it all over again. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, I got this microphone on. I'm hoping it cancels out the noise. So I wouldn't take this bracket off, apart from the fact that it's going to be in the ground now that the flagpole is so much shorter. And I'm hoping I can just, I don't know, I may be able to reuse these screws. I'm going to hit this with a quick coat of paint as well. And these steel flagpoles are notorious for doing what they're doing. That's how I got it. It was actually the top half. No, I apologize. It was, this pole did this when I got it. I think I talked about it in some videos a year or two ago maybe. This was like a 20-foot pole, 22-foot flagpole. We had a real big windstorm, and this thing was weak on this end, just like what it did there. The rain had come in and fills up the pole from the top. They didn't have a top on it. Filled it up, just ate away at this steel, and that windstorm blew it over, and they just had it laying on the side of the road. I asked them if I could have it. They said sure. It was white at the time, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so I put it out here. It lasted for a couple years. And I thought I had the top sealed up. What I'm gonna do is, when I put the new holes in this for this bracket as well as the top, I'm gonna reseal it with caulk. And I'll paint it up again. I probably just wipe it down, then paint it. And then I'll get a sackcrete, put it back in the ground. And by Sunday night, I'm hoping to be flying my flag again. So we'll see how it goes. That came off pretty easy. You figure out what size hole that is. Looks like it's about 1/8 inch. This flagpole right now, as it sits end to end, is 14 foot 6 inches. And I'm going to have it 2 foot in the ground, just under 2 foot. So I'm down to a 12-foot flagpole, but I'm still going to fly my flag. So can't beat the price. Oh boy. I got this thing eyeballed. Shouldn't lay these screws down. I'll lose them. For sure. Let's see what we got. Glasses would be nice. I'm on call this weekend. And was working a call till about 4 this morning. We just wrapped that up. Had one of my people wrap it up there. And man, I'm tired. All right, I'm gonna go right here, doubled over. And I think this might be the strongest place for this. Now, as long as I don't miss. I mean, yeah. Is that what I'm trying to say? One down, one to go. Life ain't but a rodeo. See if this works. It's a slotted screw. This thing's old. I don't know if they'd use slotted screws back in or nowadays. We're gonna get it back in there. Maybe. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, that was close. Good thing I don't. Never mind. God dang it. I need this on my vise in the workshop. But let's see if we can get this to work. If I can get a slotted bit if I need to. We got it. The Irish is coming through. Good God Almighty. A little bit more. Look at that. That's going to be nice and tight. Get this other one drilled up. Be done. Living on a state highway. My property, the front of it's on state highway here. Pretty nice. You can get places quickly. Man, traffic's terrible. Used to really concern us when we had our kids when they were young, but they did all right. I don't think my bit's in my drill very good, but we got it. Now I'll find that screw. I don't know about that. I'll loosen this one up just a hair. Today is the in the next town over, they got a Christian college called Grace College. It's in Winona Lake. Got a lot of history. I think Billy Sunday came here back in the day. But that college has got its graduation today. At least I saw a bunch of kids in caps and gowns. A lot of traffic. And I got to go the fastest way. Fastest way to get for me to get to the Tractor Supply is I cut through their campus. I didn't realize it was graduation. It was busy. I'm gonna shorten this rope up too. But this is the rope I had with it when I got it. It's cotton rope. And it's still doing really good. I'm not gonna turn it down if it's free. All right. Not perfectly straight. Ain't nobody gonna see. It's actually gonna be a lot nicer. It's nice and tight now. It's not worn. Those holes aren't worn. All right, let's see what else we can do. All right, I'm just gonna wipe this down. No inappropriate comments now. Get that shaft all polished up. Wiping the dirt off it basically. I'll hit it with, I'll spray paint it. Let's see if I can do this. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is kind of where the brackets were hitting the pole. Let me show you something. So this is the top of the flagpole, obviously. This normally comes with like an eagle, maybe a ball on the top. You've all seen flagpoles. But this didn't have a top on it when I got it. So I put this cap on there, and what this is the head off a railroad bolt. And those bolts are generally 6 inches, I think, maybe 7. And so I've cut this off like down in here, drove it down in there. Now this one's got caulk on the top because I was playing around to see if I could use this in a forging project, and it didn't work. I had a hole drilled all the way through it. I was going to use it like a nail header. Didn't work, which is fine. Works for this. So I drove it in there and I caulked it. But I've got there's an opening here. I don't know how water would get in there. It may wick around this, I guess. So I've got some quick set epoxy. I'm just going to hit it real quick and paint it. I want to call it good, and there really shouldn't be. I may even epoxy around these holes, and then down there on that bracket I just put on, just to see if I can keep the water out. Oh, I wish I knew what I was doing. So what I've done here Just got a, what is this, a 6x6. Put 2 screws in there so that this thing won't roll away on me. I just got this cheap JB weld, clear weld. It's not really like a caulk or anything, but ooh, excuse me, but it'll work. I think what I want it to do, I don't know if you guys are like me. You're probably hoping you're not. But I just, man, there's sometimes on some projects I just try to do whatever I can with what I got. Yeah, I think that's gonna at least provide some sort of seal. I'm not looking for this to hold anything. I just want it to seal up that crack. I don't really care what it looks like. Ain't nobody gonna look at it because they're gonna be looking at my beautiful flag. Drop in the comments below if you guys were raised like I was to respect the flag. If I would have disrespected the flag when I was a kid, I think I'd have gotten in worse trouble than if I'd have slapped my mother. And I didn't grow up in a very good home as far as, there's a lot of heavy-handed discipline. And when I say heavy-handed, it's kind of part of the why I'm in the job that I do now, working with abused and neglected kids. For those of you who are new to the channel, by the way, I just want to say thank you to the new subscribers. We're up over 1,000 subscribers, and I don't get any money on this channel. I don't monetize it. This channel, for my new subscribers and new viewers, this channel, I've said before, is just kind of a way for me to preserve a little bit of myself for my grandkids and my kids when I'm gone. But anyways, for those of you that don't know, I lead a team of investigators dealing with child abuse and neglect. And we handle all the fatalities as well. Juvenile fatalities. We work in coordination with law enforcement. If there's evidence of, generally it's neglect. We've had a couple, had some real bad abuse, physical abuse fatalities. And you wonder why I am like I am. All right, we're just mixing this up. Jeez. I'm so tired. I'm giddy, I think. People are wondering, what the heck is this guy doing out there talking to himself? Yeah, I think this will work just fine. All I want to do is just seal up any little hole I got. Today, I was talking about the call that came in last night, and obviously I can't discuss specifics, but it amazes me what people allow to happen to their kids. Most vile abuse you can imagine. It's all right. They'll get theirs. Okay, I'm going to go down and do that other bracket. You don't need to see that. It'll be done when I come back. Okay. I didn't have very much paint in that can, but I used it all. Hit every major spot and did a real quick once over. I'm gonna let this dry. I gotta run to Lowe's, get a bag of Saccrete. When I get back, it should be dry enough to drop in the ground. And now we should be good to go. She's embarrassed.
She is embarrassed.
Can I get a bag of that fast setting quick-crete?
The
please?
red?
Yeah. If you don't mind.
I'd be bad.
You guys are busy today.
Yeah, we've been
So nice everybody's out.
They're doing projects. I am tired of this shit. Is that all, honey?
That's all.
Hey, dear. 7:47.
7:47. Hopefully you get out in time to enjoy the weather.
I will.
Are you?
I just am so glad that, it's warmed up finally and the weather's made up its mind.
It has warmed up. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Oh, she called me honey. Woo. keep it coming. Drop a comment below if you know what I've done wrong already. It's not major. Pole's fine. But I did it right off the ground. I'll let you know here in a little bit. Well, there you have it. Flagpole installed. It's not a very windy day today. I may give it a couple hours. I may run that flag up just to see how she looks. You figure out what I forgot. It's a pretty easy fix. Forgot to cut the rope. So before I'll run that flag up, and then when I do, I will cut the rope to length, to a good length, and that way I won't have a bunch of excess here. But yeah, she's up, she's level in Quikrete again, and painted, sealed as best I can with what I got. Good for another, 30 minutes or 30 days, whichever comes first. This is Mark in Northeast Indiana, out by the state highway, hoping you've been able to get out in your yard to a place where you find peace and been able to work on some projects you got. The weather's turning nice up here in northern Indiana finally. A lot of people out doing projects. We're just living what we call that Hoosier life. Till the next one, I'll see you later. Cheers.